Hey, 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 hey! Greetings and salutations to you, people of the interwebs. And today we're taking a break from looking at our Transformers Kingdom Wave 2 to look at this thing. It's a shipping box, but if the crafty of you who've seen the description, or maybe even been able to figure out what it is through whatever thumbnail has been chosen at random, this is the Hot Toys Marvel Avengers Nebula. So I've been looking forward to this one, as portrayed by Karen Gillan in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and obviously Infinity War and Endgame, which I think it was in Guardians 2, and then the Avengers movies. I think this character had the big breakout. Honestly, when she was first in the Guardians numero uno, I didn't particularly like the character. I enjoyed the aesthetic. Android women, that's my thing. And but yeah, the character just well annoyed me. And then she had a complete turnaround as the character had this just amazing arc and development. So I figured, why not celebrate that? It's characters somehow that I don't enjoy at first, but then change me around. I always end up being my favourites because I have that roller coaster of emotions with them. So yeah, we're gonna open this up and just have a quick first impressions. Yeah. So yeah, great picture on the front. Got the sign there from Guardians of the Galaxy. Got the Ravagers sign. Not much of a bio or anything on the back, just 1/6 scale collectible figure, Avengers Endgame Nebula. So there's that is, so that slides off. Oh, you lucky people, you get the first peek before I do with this figure. I think he's looking great, but there's still too much plastic wrapping on there to make that big boo pop. But yeah, that's looking all right. Again, it's not really any back, bio or anything there, but it does have the name of the sculptors and all that type of stuff. So, doesn't have Karen Gillian's name on there. You think you'd say something like based on the likeness of Karen Gillian, but I suppose at this stage it's very much a special effects makeup people thing, isn't it? Even though you can still tell it's her. And here we go. Opening, get that tray out. This is part of the experience, isn't it? One of these premium collectibles. This the unboxing and kind of how it's presented. And all these little trays. So let's see. This tray does not appear to be sellotaped down, so that comes off like so. New figure smell is just blast you. There is sellotaped here though. The instructions. I'm not one for normally for reading instructions, but this is more of like make sure you don't damage your figure instructions rather than how it transforms and how it operates. So yeah, it's just telling you where the holster goes. It's quite tricky to actually put on. There's your hands. Stuff like that. So here we go. Let's just remove it. So yeah, I've got a sheet here. Let's stop all the rubbing in transit and in packaging. These boots, some sleeves here on our arms. and then she's been suffocated. There's a kind of tissue cloth here on her head, so we take that off, remove that. Might be some further tissuing underneath the outfit, but can't really get to it, so you can't really see it either. So I'll pop her head back on. Wow. Wow, yeah. Let's bring that up here. Some white bit of paper that, you know, some YouTubers do. I've started doing it now, just so I can also take this moment while you have a closer look at the detail. Hopefully it's focused. To remember, you can like, comment, and you can subscribe. We're trying to bump our numbers at the moment, hit that golden 1,000 subs. But yeah, she's great. Oh, new figure smell. Just love this outfit, all the asymmetry in it, and the stitching detail, and all the different textures of it is impressive. Really is. So let's see that. It looks a little bit out of line. I don't know if that's just because, you know, how wide this sleeve is, obviously. The sleeveless robo arm there. You know, you can move that up a little bit. I'm going to presume that this has a wider range because it's freedom. Decent enough bend there on the elbow. Feels like it could be double jointed. The standard kind of wrist peg. So it's only single jointed on this arm. That's a little bit disappointed. But you know, all the detail again on that arm is great. But yeah, it's just single jointed, which is kind of very emotive head. So there's some crunchiness back and forward and side to side here at the diaphragm. You're not getting much of a split because you just don't want to embarrass our girl by ripping her trousers there, do you? Not much of a back, not much of a forward. Nice double jointed knee on both sides, so yeah, that kind of makes up of it. But you know, this is it's not really an action figure, is it? That's it. You can't I'm an action figure guy, so you can't really sometimes judge articulation for a premium figure on to an action figure standard. Even though there are some premium figures that do hit all the bells, but something that's so immaculately suited here, yeah, I wouldn't expect the full kind of works, especially when you've got, you know, quite a, you know, tight fitting suit, superhero suit. Yeah, I'm well impressed. That I don't think you can't really make out in my light at the moment the eyes, but there's just something, there's so that gloss on them just brings that dark life to them. So in terms of accessories, I'm not particularly wanting to straight out of the box start taking hands off and on. I want to get the chance to, you know, if they are a bit finicky, have the chance to be able to warm them up and stuff like that rather than wasting it. So they've got this holster that goes into these pegs here that supposedly is, I've heard it is a pain to do. course we're going to try that on camera. Something sounds like a pain to do, Richard. Let's do it on camera, like, and you think you've got it, but you've not. Yeah, this is something that's going to need attention to detail to look at while you're not trying to do several things at once. Multitasking is not a skill set I have. So it does, it's got this fancy space blaster that will go in the holster, so that's cool. So there's a trigger hand here, a holdy hand, and a kind of wavy hand. So your standard array. And then for the other side, robot holdy hand, robot wavy hand, two spare pegs for the hands, one for a blue flesh colour and one for the cybernetic. Right, so we have one of the batons retracted, and that will go into here. That's better. So if you go the flat way first, and the bit that's got the little I was going to say nipple, the little point on it, that hold the bit with a point in it and stand it, go in flat ways first, and it'll go in better because there's a bit more knobbly bits on that end. And then she's got the retracted version, or the extended versions of these. So there's two of these, so you can have a dual wielding, and they come with some blast effects that I think you can just kind of I don't know, these are just some random lightning effects that they found, because they don't specifically seem to have a thing to fit on these, but yeah, so you can find a way to get those on. Yeah, so she could be fighting away there. That's cool. That's cool. What else do we get? Get the old bit of crystals, keep it all fresh, keep the dampness out. That bag's stuck down. Then we get a stand. So it's always random how, you know, some figures we get these, you know, elaborate stands for. Some of them we have like a big chunk of metal, you know, or a metal plaque or something. Well, this one's nice with the Avengers logo overlapping the Ravagers symbol, but yeah, but it is quite basic. Your standard crotch cradle there, and yeah, that's pretty much what we're getting. I think this is great. Just need to stop buying too many of these, because, you know, it's kind of, once you're collecting one thing and it's like, oh, I could just go in a new direction and just get all these things because they're brilliant, but pricey. So size comparison wise, here she is with the Boba Fett based on his coloration in the animated section of the holiday special. That's that, which is now, you know, you could imagine someone actually wearing that type of colour of armour. It's close to what they actually were. Some of the clans of Mandalorians in the Mandalorian, isn't it? So that's for that. And then with side by side with Elite Battle Angel. So that's quite a cool little size difference there. But you see, she's got 2 robotic arms. And somehow Hot Toys have done those ones double jointed. But they've just thought, oh, it's Nebula, she only needs a single one. I just don't understand it. Obviously there's you know, there's precedent for having double jointed cybernetic arms, but you know, could have been cheeky and just not made this completely accurate to how it was in the film, but give it double jointed and just given her one of those arms, couldn't they? I suppose people would complain about it not being film accurate, but you know, there's definitely, they could have, I think, used the same technology, even though, well, this figure came out before this figure, but I think this figure was designed beforehand, because even though it's like Marvel Endgame Nebula, you don't have any swap outs or anything for the head to give her that gold plating that she had in the film. So it's very much this is very much Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 Nebula that they probably just hadn't got round to releasing, or didn't think it'd sell. But obviously after the Avengers movies, people were probably wanting more people were probably wanting a Nebula Hot Toys figure. So here she is, and that's been me. I hope you've enjoyed this little delve into unboxing of a Hot Toys figure. I've been me, you've been you. Make sure you're all having a good time out there. Be excellent to each other. Party on, dudes, and because you deserve it, let's bump fists, shall we? Fisto! Fisto!